A big thanks to my sponsors, Ibis Cycles, Camelback, PNW Components, Kitspo Cycling Apparel, Cali Protectives, Shimano, Fox, WTB, and Jensen USA. Any purchases at Jensen USA from the below links will directly help support my channel as well.
Good morning, everyone. I don't know about you, but I get asked very often, what kind of pedals do I prefer, clipless or flats? If you saw my video a couple of weeks ago, you know what kind of pedals I generally ride with. But in today's video, I want to break down the differences between why you might choose flat pedals or clipless pedals and where one might have an advantage over the other. If there's any one takeaway I want you to have from this video, it's that at the end of the day, you should learn how to ride both types of pedals because that will ultimately bolster your skills as a mountain biker. Regardless of what kind of pedals you ride, I'm stoked to be here today, hanging out with all of you on the trails on a beautiful fall day in the Pacific Northwest. Let's throw some pedals on the bike and hop on the trail. As we're talking about flats and clipless, one of the first topics that always comes up is bunny hopping. Here we were having a good ride, but then we found a stick across the trail. What are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna have to bunny hop it. Bunny hopping is an essential skill to be a safe mountain biker. If you can't bunny hop, chances are you're gonna get really well acquainted with the ground. Unfortunately, there's a common misconception that flat pedals are harder to bunny hop with than clipless pedals. Let's roll into this log a couple times and bunny hop over it with both the flats and the clipless, and let's see how it goes with either type of pedal. With proper technique, both types of pedals work just fine for bunny hopping. One of my favorite places to run clipless pedals are actually really technical climbs. When you run into an obstacle like a rock or a root, yes, you can make it with flat pedals, but you have to be on your A game. With clipless, momentum is on your side, and if your feet less likely to come off, you can keep your pedal strokes going smoothly and make it through those techie sections. Many folks claim this isn't proper technique for whatever reason, but with my clipless pedals, I like to pick the bike up while I'm pedaling through tech sections like this. Now for climbing, we found that flat pedals really require good precision, but clipless pedals can make up for some pretty poor technique and get you up the climb smoothly without dabbing. While I was pedaling up this hill with flat pedals, I actually had to go a little bit slower than normal because I have to be more precise with the uphill movements. And I had time to see this log right here. So that's a slight difference between the two types of pedals. But with flat pedals, trying something silly like this log on, spin off, it's a lot easier because if I need to get off the bike, I can just step right off. And even after 25 years riding clipless pedals, flats are still easier to dismount from. A lot of people advise that it's much smarter to use flat pedals when trying a skinny line. That said, I like to use common sense. If it's not too dangerous, I have no qualms about trying it clipped in. And if it is something really hectic and really high up and really narrow, then yeah, flat pedals are a little bit safer, but it's ultimately up to you and what you're more comfortable with. I've never pulled this skinny line before. I have clipless pedals on my bike, but I think I'm gonna go for it. Now for jumping, flat pedals are definitely safer than clipless, especially if you're learning, because they allow you to bail off your bike. If you can bail off your bike, you at least have a chance of landing safely. Once you're comfortable jumping with flat pedals, then if you want to try jumping with clipless, you can try some more advanced moves like positioning the rear of your bike with your feet. It's important to begin learning how to jump with flat pedals because you don't want to learn to rely on the clips to keep your feet on the bike for positioning it in the air. However, the basic techniques for jumping safely are the same for both types of pedals. When it comes to picking out which pedals you want to use, I want you to try both of them. If you end up preferring one much more over the other, those skills that you've learned on the other type are going to help you out quite a bit. In this video, we went back and forth between two of my favorite setups. The clipless setup, as we know from my other video, is the Shimano AM9 shoe with the XT Trail M8020 pedal. For my flat pedal setup in this video, I was running the Shimano GR7 shoes and the new Shimano XT flat pedals, the M8040s. I have links to all of this stuff over at Jensen USA in the YouTube description below. And if you have any questions about what pedals make the most sense for you, or how do the shoes fit, or anything like that, give the guys at Jensen a call and they'll point you in the right direction. Thanks for riding with me today. It's been real fun out on the trail. Both types of pedals have their respective advantages, and honestly, I think it's best to learn how to ride both types. Learning how to ride both systems will ultimately make someone a better bike rider. That said, I'm super curious. What do you guys like to ride? Let me know in the comments below. Do you run flat pedals or do you prefer clipless? If you like this video, definitely click that subscribe button below, hit the bell icon so you know when I put a new video out, and enjoy riding your bike regardless of the pedals that you have on it.